Hello everyone, how are you going? And welcome back to everyone's favourite horror show, the WSIB or OSHA prevented ads. Now I've seen 4 out of a few of these and they were just horrific, and so I guess we'll get into it, but my goodness, strap yourselves in if you don't know what you're in for.
James was with our company for 10 years before this tragic accident.
Whoa. Accident? What are you talking about? Your company never fully trained me to deal with high voltage wires. And the way they were insulated, it was obvious someone wanted to get home in a hurry.
Jesus.
What was I thinking?
What?
Not wearing all of my safety equipment.
Alrighty then. Well, alright. Yeah. I know that you definitely want to be preventing that one, but my goodness, I did not expect that to be, well, I guess an electrical burn. I expected him to be working on, well, I don't know, maybe just an oil field or maybe a coal mine, but not for that to be electrics. I mean, perhaps if we did have a few more pixels, we would be able to tell the difference between a burn and an oil slick and even coal mine explosion or something like that. But either way, I just want to know, even out of any of those options, what PPE was he not wearing that is going to prevent him from that happening, especially after 10 years of training, or actually no, it wasn't training at all. He specifically mentioned that in the first place, but 10 years of working for the company and he didn't learn enough or didn't have the information and PPE and everything required to not be completely obliterated by high voltage wires. And I mean, look, if he truly is working with high voltage wires, then what has happened here is not a stretch of the imagination whatsoever, you know? People like to say that 110 and 240 and everything else in between is high voltage, and I guess it is when you compare it to, let's say, 12 volt DC or something like that, but if you really just look at it, all of those ranges up to about 1000 volts, let's say, is all low voltage, and then you step up to proper high voltage after that. Like, that is some transmission lines that are dealing with proper high voltage, and so if that is what he is touching, I'm surprised he still even has his hands in the casket with him. But hey, we have certainly started off with a bang here, and I'm sure that there is just plenty more where that has come from, and so unless you've seen every single one of these before, just strap yourself in because there is just no knowing where they're going to be taking us next. Oh, window washer.
I'm about to splatter all over the concrete in what they're gonna call an accident. Dave! Help me out!
Hang on, man!
But the outrigger beams weren't pinned together! Hurry!
Just hang on!
This is the first time I didn't tie off properly!
Oh man! It's a good thing I had you clipped in.
Oh, this is the first one that I've ever seen that hasn't actually ended completely poorly, and I mean, he even spelt it out like they usually do, but no, they ended up just dropping a bucket instead. But in saying that, I certainly like the approach that they took with this one, because even though he said, oh, it's the first time that I haven't clipped in, really it put the onus on the friend to actually make the good decision in terms of they actually clip them in, and then you can thank them later and thank them now and thank them for the rest of your life that they did, because they are the sole reason that this person gets to go home to their family. Maybe not at the end of this day, because I can only imagine they're going to have some suspension trauma and bruising, some serious bruising from a category 4 like that. Either way, they're going to go eventually home to their family and live to tell the tale. And actually, another aspect that I did like about this one was, even though the beams were clearly not pinned in correctly for however long they've been like that, who knows, but the people did not actually try to pin it on anyone in particular. They didn't say the boss, they didn't say the workplace, they didn't say anything like that, whether it was even built correctly in the first place, or maybe just not in this situation, but maybe there was just a system failure and somehow the entire joint failed. You know, these kind of things do happen or could happen in the real world, and so it's nice to see, like I said, and I give them credit for actually just putting the onus back onto the people to be wearing their harnesses. And so look, when you do something as easy as just clipping in, it becomes a win-win situation for absolutely everyone, because like I said, first and foremost, that guy gets to go home to his family. Secondly, his colleague or everyone doesn't have to get scarred for the rest of their life just by that entire incident. And then thirdly, we don't have to watch a horror show.
Hey, can I get some help here, please? I'm about to have my hands completely mangled in what they'll call an accident. Come on, get me out! But I know better than to operate this machine with unbuttoned sleeves. Come on, man, pull me out! And the worst thing is, the emergency switch hasn't been fixed yet.
The switch has been fixed! They fixed it this morning.
This morning? Whoa, 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 whoa. Do not be fixing something this morning. I mean, I guess better late than never in a way, because that guy's entire hand and life has been saved, but god damn, I thought that was going to be going the full Monty. But at the same time, it also feels a little bit strange to be having the e-stop that far away from the actual machine that is being operated. Like, look, there's a good couple of meters of distance between the guy that pressed the button and the two other guys that are actually about to be ending up in a horror show. And so it really doesn't make any sense to me, because if you were currently having your arm like he was dragged in via a conveyor system, then how are you going to be able to reach up there to be able to press the e-stop at the same time? You won't be able to. I don't get it. What's going on? And I would also like to know what he even got caught on in the first place. Maybe he just caught an edge and it ripped a hole in his shirt, and so then it got caught. But how do you not be able to rip your shirt more or be able to tear it out? I have no idea. Surely just the adrenaline absolutely kicks in and you can rip any shirt in half. Like, come on, you're about to have your entire hand mangled, or apparently you are or do, but then the e-stop guy just comes to your rescue. But look, I guess if there is one thing that I'm thankful for, it is the fact that throughout this entire ad commercial, similar to the last one, they still managed to communicate everything they needed to, showcase everything that could go wrong without actually showing the real horror show.
The Workplace Safety and Insurance Board is asking you to make safety a priority in your workplace.
What's it gonna be?
You can do this by always wearing proper safety equipment. Yeah, the compressor's down. Demanding proper training.
Yeah.
Know your rights and responsibilities, like the right to refuse unsafe work.
What is it gonna be?
And always look out for your fellow coworkers.
So many things.
Because when you make safety a priority, guys, you help prevent injury.
Workplace injuries and deaths are preventable. If there is a random zombie attack, run like a For more safety tips and a chance to win a killer laptop, visit preventive.ca.
Right, I see what's going on here. I mean, to be fair, it is nice to finish on a little bit of a lighter note, but that was certainly unexpected and it had me on the edge of my seat for the entire time. I was just going, circ saw, nail gun, what's it going to be? Even just a shovel, for goodness sake? Either way, I had absolutely no idea when he was going to be getting injured, and I guess, did he even get injured, or did he listen to the instructions and just run very, very fast away? Oh no, actually, that is right. He is victim number one. Look at that, the poor fella. I guess he just wasn't wearing his zombie-proof vest. You know, he was obviously wearing his hard hat, his safety goggles, and everything else, but he just didn't have his neck protector on that day. And so maybe what they're getting at was the fact that he was not actually wearing all of his PPE. You know, they took a look at the swims, they took a look at everything, and they just went, hang on a second. First of all, you don't have an anti-zombie outbreak swims hazards risk assessment, and also, where's your neck protector and everything else that's just needed in that kind of situation? But hey, I guess, like I said, it is nice to finish up on a bit of a lighter note, because we've been strapped into this chair just witnessing all the horror that Preventer can throw at us for too darn long, and so it is nice to have a bit more of a laugh. You know exactly what the workplace is great at. And look, I guess if you really do need to transfer this one over to the real world, then maybe they're just commenting something along the lines of just always keep an eye out for any hazards that may suddenly present themselves or something. But anyway, in saying that, I reckon I'm just finally going to call it there. So thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, feel free to do the YouTube algorithm things down below. Also, if this is the first video of mine that you are watching, then make sure to go check out any other ones I've done. Also, make sure to go check out the original videos down in the description below, or hey, maybe you even just want to consider subscribing so that you don't miss another one of these in the future. But all in all, have a good one and see ya.